And I'm back. I have looked over the footage, and I have found that I actually found a key last time. And now I'm actually lost. So just go by, open doors, and I'm good. So, this map has been great. It's given me a pastime whilst I was sick, and I don't know why I'm looking for keys when I know sort of where I need to go. I think I need to go back to that room. Or just here. Oh boy. Did not like that. If that was supposed to kill me, I'm glad I healed myself between takes, because I was going to die then. Another maze. This way. Come on. Let's turn that music down to like 3%. Sounds good idea.
I'm finally free. Go away. Leave me alone.
What? Oh. And it's over. Looks like it's going to be 3 parts. So now I'm going to go over the redstone and it in a... Well, try to go over the redstone in a default texture pack. So I'll be right back after I've had a look over it. But first I'll read this. I hope you liked this part. I hope you liked this part is a testing part. So if you have any suggestions, say it. I like to have suggestions to make part 2 better. Did you like the style of the map? The voice actor is that guy. Okay, so first of all, I think spelling is key with maps. So even if you're not a great speller, there's great programs such as Word and even internet browsers have spell check nowadays. So, great map, loved it. Maybe work on spelling and starting in the right position. Apart from that, loved it, love the style. I hope you make a part 2. If so, I will be recording it in a heartbeat. Okay, I'm going to cut and come to the default texture pack. Okay, so this is the little village in default, and being able to see, of course. It looks so much tinier than I actually expected, considering I was blinded. Although the houses are the same, great design, I honestly think this map deserves an 8.5 out of 10. Only reason that it wasn't quite perfect was because starting in the wrong position, I really think that is key, because if the player has to find where they start, they will get bored. So sometimes it's best to actually set up the way I do it is I set up an objective called progress through my adventure maps. Slightly different for mini games and stuff that I'm working on, but that doesn't really matter. So what I will do is I'll set up a progress objective which keeps track of the whole storyline. And so when someone reaches a progress update of 0, so when they first spawn in, it will teleport them all to the starting room. That way I can have the world spawn somewhere else and make it actually good. Then I will have it so that it sets their progress score to 1, so that they don't constantly get teleported there and get stuck. And then that will mean that they can move around, start the map, and that's how I usually do it. Apart from that, spelling, just maybe type your script in Word. It's usually good. You can even change it to American English or Australian English, depending on which, or even, well, English. And depending on what language you're going for, because American English, and you don't even have to make it in English. I just find it a little bit frustrating when you find a map and spelling's not quite right. I understand if you're foreign, completely changes it, but yeah. So right here, now we're in the spawn chunks. This is not my map. I've just spent 10, 20 minutes going over the redstone. And my favorite part was the moving heads, which I left a note for myself when I came over to it, which is right here. So here is the moving heads. I really loved this bit. I was actually confused on how it was done. Really, it was just baby pig zombies with heads. I loved that bit. That was my favorite bit. And when I started this map, I started over here, and so I got a little bit confused. Turns out beginning was right there. You go through there, and that will teleport you. So this is a really simple map. I love it. I'm not going to spoil everything for the map maker, as well, he probably put a lot of work into it. So, because I don't want to spoil the whole thing, I'm just going to say that bit, my favorite. I really loved it. These are all clocks, presumably testing for people in different areas. This is the map. Really did love it. And up there. So this is simple. It was built in a super flat world, but the way it was done is brilliant. I normally build my stuff in void worlds, but that's just me. So up here is so this is a really good map. It's really quick, really short. 8.5, loved it. Can't wait for a sequel. So, if you want to download our maps, link will be in the description. If you want to download your map and get this map and get a feel for it, ooh, particles. If you want to download this map and get a feel for the fear that I was going through, then a link will be in the description. And if you want me to have a look at your map, send me a personal message with a link to it. Just, I'll love to play through these. It will not only give other people some ideas, I'm not trying to give ideas. I know people spend a lot of time working on their maps, as I've made maps myself. And oh, what's this? Is this just a dead test world? Anyway, I know people love making their own maps, so if you keep watching me do videos like this, you'll probably get some tips for map making. And yeah, so I'd like to thank you all for watching. A goodbye.